Ever wondered how to transform your cramped city space into a lush green sanctuary? Welcome to the world of urban gardening, a growing trend that's bringing life to concrete jungles across the globe. It's more than just cultivating plants. It's about creating a slice of nature in the heart of the city, a personal retreat amidst the hustle and bustle. The benefits are immense, from improving mental health to reducing environmental impact. So, ready to embark on a green adventure? Now let's start with assessing your available space. The first step in your urban gardening journey involves understanding the space you have. And no, this doesn't mean you need a sprawling rooftop or a spacious balcony. Every inch of your city dwelling holds potential, whether it's a sunny window ledge, a cozy fire escape, or even a tiny patch of wall for a vertical garden. The key is to assess your space with a discerning gardener's eye. Start by taking stock of your available area. Measure the dimensions and jot them down. Having a clear idea of your space constraints will help you plan more effectively. You'll know exactly how many pots you can fit on your balcony, or how much of your wall can be covered with climbing plants. Next, turn your attention to sunlight. Plants like us need sunlight to survive and thrive. Observe your space throughout the day. Notice the path of the sun. Which areas get the most light? Which corners remain in shade? Remember, different plants have different sunlight requirements. Some bask in full sun, while others prefer dappled shade. Don't forget about the wind. If you're on a high-rise balcony, the wind can be a formidable foe for your potted plants. Notice how strong the wind gets in your space. You might need to consider wind-resistant plants or find ways to shield your garden from the gusts. Equally important is understanding the microclimate of your space. Microclimate refers to the specific climate conditions within a small area. This can be influenced by factors like your building, nearby structures, and even the materials of your balcony or terrace. For instance, a concrete balcony might heat up more during the day, affecting the temperature and humidity levels for your plants. Lastly, be realistic about the time and effort you can dedicate to your garden. Some plants require more care than others. If you're a busy urbanite, you might want to opt for low-maintenance plants that can withstand a bit of neglect. With your space assessed, it's time to choose the right plants. But remember, gardening is a journey of learning and discovery. Don't be afraid to experiment and adjust along the way. After all, every urban jungle starts with a single pot. Happy gardening. Plants are the heartbeat of your garden, but not all plants are created equal. When you're gardening in the city, your plants need to be as tough as nails. They need to withstand pollution, thrive in limited sunlight, and not mind being cooped up in containers. So how do you pick the right ones? Well, let's start with understanding your environment. Most urban spaces face challenges like air pollution, limited sunlight, and sometimes extreme temperatures. So your plant selection should be resistant to these conditions. One great choice is the spider plant. This hardy plant can survive in low light and is known for its air-purifying qualities. It's also a champion at tolerating pollution, making it an excellent addition to your urban garden. Next up are succulents. These low-maintenance plants are perfect for beginners. They require minimal watering and can thrive even in harsh sunlight. Plus, their unique shapes and colors can add a touch of whimsy to your green space. If you're keen on adding some color to your garden, consider marigolds. These vibrant flowers are not only beautiful but are also known to deter pests. They love the sun and are pretty easy to care for. For those of you who love herbs, rosemary is an excellent choice. It's a hardy perennial that loves sunlight and can tolerate dry conditions. Plus, you get the bonus of fresh herbs for your cooking. If you're limited on space, don't fret. Vertical gardening can be a game changer. Consider trailing plants like ivy or creeping jenny. They can be grown upwards on a trellis or allowed to cascade down from a hanging basket, creating a stunning visual effect. Remember, the key here is to choose plants that suit your space, your climate, and your lifestyle. If you're new to gardening, stick with low-maintenance plants. As you gain confidence and your green thumb grows stronger, you can start experimenting with more demanding species. Now that you have your plants, let's talk about container gardening essentials. Container gardening is a game changer for city dwellers. It's all about making the most of what you have. And when it comes to urban gardening, this often means working with containers. But don't be daunted, container gardening can be a rewarding and fruitful endeavor. First things first, choosing the right container is crucial. It's not just about aesthetics, but also about functionality. Your pots should have enough depth for the roots to comfortably grow, and they need drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Next, let's talk about soil. Garden soil is a no-go for container plants. Instead, opt for a high-quality potting mix that will provide your plants with the nutrients they need. Lastly, drainage is key. Overwatering is a common pitfall in container gardening. Ensure your containers have sufficient drainage to avoid soggy roots and to promote healthy plant growth. With your container garden set, let's explore how to maximize limited spaces. Space may be a luxury in the city, but it's not an obstacle for a passionate urban gardener. So how can we squeeze nature into our compact living spaces? The answer lies in innovative gardening layouts. Vertical gardening, for example, is a fantastic way to make use of your walls. Trellises, wall-mounted planters, or even a repurposed ladder can provide a vertical home for your plants. Now let's talk about hanging planters. They're not just for trailing plants. Think herbs, strawberries, or even tomatoes. The sky's the limit. Lastly, consider space-efficient layouts. Layering plants with varying heights can provide an illusion of a larger garden. Think of it as a mini forest in your living room or balcony. Remember, it's not the size of the space that counts, but how you use it. And with a little creativity, even the smallest of spaces can become a green oasis. Now let's switch gears and discuss maintenance and care. A thriving garden requires regular love and care. Just like us, plants need a balanced diet, so feeding them with nutrient-rich compost or organic fertilizers is key. Once every 2 weeks should suffice for most plants. Now let's talk about watering. It's a delicate balance. Too little and your plants dehydrate, too much and you risk root rot. Typically, a deep watering once or twice a week is enough. But remember, container plants dry out faster, so they might need more frequent watering. Pruning is another essential care routine. Regularly trimming your plants not only keeps them in shape but also encourages new growth. So don't be afraid to wield those pruning shears. And finally, keep an eye out for pests. Early detection can save your plants from severe damage. Caring for your garden is essential, but overcoming challenges is equally important. Let's dive into that next. Urban gardening presents unique challenges, but none are insurmountable. Let's delve into some common obstacles and how to overcome them. First, pests. From aphids to slugs, these unwanted visitors can wreak havoc on your urban oasis. The answer? Natural deterrents like marigolds and garlic or organic pesticides. A little research and preventive action can go a long way. Next, pollution. City air isn't always the cleanest, but certain plants like spider plants and peace lilies are known for their air-purifying qualities. Position these near windows or on balconies to help filter the air. Finally, lack of space. This might seem like a deal-breaker, but it's all about creativity. Vertical gardening, hanging baskets, and multi-tiered plant stands can turn the smallest balcony into a verdant paradise. Remember, each challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. With patience and persistence, you can cultivate a thriving garden in the heart of the city. Overcoming challenges makes the journey rewarding. Let's now look at community and inspiration. Gardening is often a solitary activity, but it doesn't have to be. Across the globe, urban gardening communities are sprouting up, turning gray cityscapes into vibrant green spaces. These groups, comprised of people from all walks of life, come together with a shared passion for plants and the environment. Their transformative projects breathe life into the concrete jungle, creating pockets of tranquility amidst the hustle and bustle. Take, for example, the story of a group in San Francisco that turned an abandoned lot into a flourishing community garden. Or consider the residents of a high-rise in Singapore who created a rooftop oasis, providing fresh produce for the entire building. These stories serve as a testament to the power of community and the positive impact of urban gardening. So, if you've ever felt the pull of the soil, the thrill of seeing a seed sprout, or the satisfaction of harvesting your own produce, you're not alone. Embrace the green thumb within you and join the urban gardening revolution.